Now 2/3 of Florida reporting, 66%. Ooh, hold, okay, they just changed the numbers again. Now Biden has retaken the lead at 50.2 to 48.9. So he has a 1.3% lead. If it was I'm sorry that I keep repeating it, but it's true. I've got to remind you constantly so you don't take these numbers out of context. If it was a normal election and you had 66% reporting, I would say you're getting close to locked in, and whoever's leading has a big advantage. Although this 1.3 points is so small that I would still say it's totally up for grabs. But in this case, it's double up for grabs, given the uncertainties here. Yes, John.
And by the way, I'm also seeing in terms of the counting, supposedly Miami-Dade, which I'm reading elsewhere, has delivered something like 100,000 plus more votes for Trump this cycle so far, at least is estimated, than it had back in 2016. Is apparently they're doing their counting fast, and the later votes are still expected to disproportionately favor Donald Trump. They are saying though that in Miami-Dade, which is going heavy for Trump, they might need to count some ballots on Wednesday, except that obviously that would be illegal according to Donald Trump, and they shouldn't do that.
Well, look, it's a tough break for Donald Trump, but we stopped counting at midnight. Also a tough break for Hawaii because their polls don't close till after midnight Eastern. But it is what it is, it's the Trump rule. No, of course, you're supposed to count every vote in a thing we call democracy. Trump has to be reminded of that every once in a while. By the way, more results, 67% reporting in Florida. It's down to a 1-point lead for Biden.
And Virginia has been called for Joe Biden, according to the New York Times.
Yeah, now look, that's another interesting phenomenon of the last 20 years. Virginia used to be a solidly red state, then it became a solid swing state, and now it has become such a solidly blue state that it gets called at the same time that Vermont and West Virginia do. So Virginia, blue as far as the eye can see in terms of time. And that's why I say to you, even as you worry about Florida really early on tonight, you have to remember, we're grabbing states. And yes, sometimes the Republicans get Ohio, and now their lead continues to build in Ohio with the possible exception of this election, but I wouldn't count on Ohio in any election, including this one, but certainly past this one. But the Democrats are picking up more states than the Republicans are. I know that it certainly doesn't look like it with Trump in office, but that is where all of the demographics are going, and you're beginning to see some of the electoral results of that now. I'm gonna continue to update you because I don't know how fascinated you are by these changing numbers in Florida, but I'm obsessed with it. 72% reporting, and Biden has now taken at 1. Is that 2.5? Yeah, it's a 2.5 lead.
2.5.
2.5 with 72% reporting. John, can I say for the first time that's starting to get a little bit real?
According to the auto analysis being done by the New York Times of where ballots are likely to come from, they think it's still 95% chance of going to Trump. So, I mean, you can say that, but at least the robot, the ghost in the machine doesn't agree with you so far.
All right.
Well, I mean, if the robot doesn't agree, we got to go with the robot.
Yeah, the robot also thought that Hillary Clinton had a 98% chance of winning the last election. Okay.
This is what Andrew Yang warned against.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.